Hi everyone, hope you're all doing good and hope you're having a good time. So in today's video, we are going to discuss about something very important, something called as the no man's land. So there are certain spots where you should avoid taking positions in the market, right? So we are going to discuss three major spots where you should avoid taking positions to protect your trading capital. And most of the traders often end up making mistakes by taking positions precisely at these spots. So we are going to look what are these spots, and we will see what we are not supposed to do in these specific spots. And before we get into the topic, as usual, I recommend you to hit on the subscribe button, tap on the notification icon, so that you can receive more insightful contents and more insightful trading lessons just like these. And in case if you like to know more about me, more about my trading style, I recommend you to visit my website, that is www.tradingcoach.co.in. and let us get started. So first, let us take a look at this particular chart over here. So we are looking at Prestige Estates Projects Limited 5-hour time frame. And if you look at this particular chart, if you look at the specific price action over here, we can see that the prices are actually in a kind of a range, and we have a nice parallel resistance over here, and we also have a nice parallel support just over here. Let me mark it out. So as you can see the chart, I have highlighted a nice parallel resistance over here, and as well as I can highlighted a nice parallel support exactly over here. So within this particular range, we can see that the prices are bouncing off from the parallel resistance as well as the parallel support. So when you are seeing these type of range bound market behavior, the most important thing is you can take positions at the parallel resistance or you can take positions at the parallel support, but don't ever take any positions in the middle of the range. All right. This is the most important thing you need to keep in mind. Let me mark it out. So you can see that I have highlighted the mid level. So this mid level over here is what we call as a no man's land. So eventually what happens is whoever takes position within this particular mid level, these traders or these specific investors are going to get trapped in the market. So if you have taken any position somewhere in the mid level, most likely what happens is you will get trapped in the market and most likely you will suffer losses in your trading. So this is one of the most vital areas where we are not supposed to take any positions. Most of the traders who trade in the range bound market, they often lose money when they take positions within the mid level. All right. So if you look at this price action over here, within the price action, we can see a multiple traps and multiple rejections. You can see a lot of wicks over here. You can see a lot of traps. So all these traps and rejections usually indicate the trapped traders. All right. The people who have taken position within the mid level who got trapped into the market. So the most important key point is don't take any positions in the mid level. All right. Cool. So now let us take a look at this particular chart over here. So if you look at the chart over here, I'm looking at the 5-hour time frame of refined gold futures. All right. So this is the gold commodity prices, which is listed in MCX market. So if you look at the price action over here, we can also notice a kind of a range here. But in this particular range, I want you to focus on two major sell-off which we can see in the price action. So let me mark these sell-offs on the chart. As you can notice the chart, I have highlighted the drastical sell-off which has taken place on the price action. So one of the sell-off has taken place previously and another sell-off has actually taken place or is actually taking place right now. So these particular sell-off, we call them as panic downfall. So one of the major mistakes which is made by most of the traders is that they buy right after the panic downfall or they try to sell right after the panic downfall, which is not a right approach. So the most deadliest thing to do is selling right after the panic. So if you're a rational trader, you should do the exact opposite in the market. But most of the traders often what they do is when they see a kind of a sell-off just like this, they often take positions within the sell-off. They try to take position within the downfall. They sell after the downfall, which often leads to getting trapped in the market. It often causes them to get trapped in the market and the positions goes against them. So let me highlight what I mean here. So this is another no man's land which I have highlighted over here. So taking a position right after the panic downfall or selling right after the panic downfall is actually a big mistake. So don't do this. So this is another no man's land where you should avoid taking any positions. Here is the major key point which we can take away from this particular chart. Avoid selling in the panic downfall. So just like the chart which we have seen earlier, this is another chart which I want you to pay attention. So this is LIC Housing Finance Limited 2-hour time frame, and if you look at the price action exactly on the right edge of the screen, you can see a very sharp price action over here, right? You can see a very sharp rally over here, and this particular rally is just like what we have seen in the earlier chart, but this is the opposite version of that. So let me mark this particular rally over here. So you can see what I have highlighted over here. So this particular rally which we can see on the price action, we can call it as FOMO rally. So FOMO in the sense fear of missing out. Some of you might be already aware of this terminology, but in case if you are not sure, let me explain what this actually means. So FOMO in the sense the fear of missing out the positions, right? So all the traders who have got into the market exactly at this particular rally are likely to be irrational traders. They are likely to be uninformed traders who are just joining the rally without understanding what's actually going on in the price action. All right. So this is another no man's land which we are not supposed to trade. So the major mistake which is made by most of the traders is that they often take positions or they often end up buying a stock or buying a particular asset right after the FOMO rally, right? Say for example, we can see a very sharp rally over here and we can see a kind of a bearish candle. So most of the traders would consider that as a good opportunity to buy the specific stock. Well, in my experience and from the point of professional traders, this is the wrong spot for us to enter into the market. And if the market reverses, you're most likely to get trapped in the market. All right, let me highlight what's actually going on here. So most of the traders who often end up buying here, they don't understand that the market is likely to reverse and they're likely to get trapped in the price action. All right. Even though the prices looks like a very strong upside movement, it's better to avoid taking any positions after this. Okay. So the most important takeaway in this particular price action from this particular chart is that you should avoid buying after a FOMO rally. All right. Just to summarize what we have learned so far, avoid taking positions in no man's land. So we discussed about 3 major no man's land. So avoid taking positions in any of these specific spots. And the second most important thing is you have to be a little bit more rational in your trading. So most of the people who get trapped in the no man's land are likely to be emotional traders. The people who are not rational, who don't contemplate the risk factors which are involved in the trading, they often get trapped in the no man's land. But you can avoid being an emotional trader and you can take decisions based on rationality. All right. So being said that, if you have any questions or if you have any feedback or any suggestions, kindly leave it on the comment section below. I will try to go through it and I will try to answer them. And if you like this video, kindly click on the like button. Thanks a lot for watching. Happy trading.